Dallas's housing market is being completely reshaped right now. And if you're looking to buy or sell within the next couple of years, these migration shifts could decide whether you win big or get priced out entirely. So before you make your next big real estate move, you need to know exactly what's happening in the market. The surprising out-of-state markets that are bringing the most buyers here to the Dallas and surrounding areas, the northern suburbs that are exploding with demand, and where longtime Dallas residents are finally cashing out and moving to. My name is Preston Gale. I'm a top 1% realtor here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and I've helped over 100 people relocate directly through this channel alone. I was on the cover of Real Producers magazine here recently, and my job in this channel is to basically help you make the best informed decision and to know exactly what's going on in the Dallas real estate market and to choose the best place for you and your family and to save the most money. So before we break down exactly where the locals are heading here in the Dallas area, let's talk about where people are actually migrating from, and that is going to be number one by far, California. Now, some of you are not going to like to hear that, but it's true, and I have worked with dozens and dozens of people just in the last few years from the California area, and they've been absolutely amazing people. And I will bring up something that's kind of funny. The first thing that they do, I'll answer the phone and they kind of laugh and basically bring up politics right away. They're not a fan of the California politics. The people that are calling in, they're tired of it, all the rules, regulations, everything in between. That has been the number one thing that is brought up immediately from people in California. Next would be the housing prices in California. Many of those people that reach out have been renting for years and years and years. They're tired of it, and they realize that they have plenty of money to come and purchase a home here in the Dallas area, especially with those conventional or FHA or VA loans where there's 0 down, 3% down, and 5% down, where many of the builders will actually cover those costs for you with a lower interest rate. So they realize we need to stop renting. There's lots of opportunity here in the Dallas area, so they're looking at Dallas. The other half have owned their homes for many, many years, and they have tons of equity in their home in California, and they're selling those and coming here and either getting a huge down payment or paying off a lot of debt. So they're making the move to become debt free. A lot of times they can move and transition to the jobs here in Dallas pretty easily because of the job market here, or they're working from home remotely and it's no big deal. They can literally just transfer the work here to the Dallas area and have a better way of life overall. They're coming here for better schools as well. So better schools, better safety, better way of life. They just think overall it's a better place to raise their kids. And a lot of times I would say I'm 100% on board with that. I think that's true because that's what I've done myself. My whole family is here as well, and I'm raising my kids here as well. So as far as people from California, I believe about 100,000 people from California are relocated here in just the past year. And I think that's about 16% of the people that have been moving here to the Dallas area alone. As far as exact locations in California, I would say number one by far is Orange County. I have helped dozens of people and family members move from Orange County. San Diego and Sacramento are others that come to mind, and then many of the outskirts type suburbs with absolutely incredible people that I've gotten to know over the years and seen their kids grow. It's been pretty awesome. But that's going to be the number one spots that I've helped. And one of the things that I bring up to these people, because a lot of times they're going to be extremely nervous to move to a completely new location. If you're moving to one of these locations that we talk about in these videos or the new construction tours, many times in these master plan communities, you're going to meet people on your own street that are from the exact same area more times than not. So a lot of those people in these new subdivisions and in the outskirts of Dallas are all from very similar locations or going through the same life processes as you. New family, different area, different schools. So with you going through that together, a lot of these people get to know each other very, very quickly, especially in these newer communities where community events are going on a regular basis and people's homes are being built. So everybody's visiting on the weekends. So it's a great place to basically come and not know anybody, but get comfortable very, very fast. The next most popular markets of people that are moving here are going to be from areas around Washington and Colorado. So the majority of these people are going to bring up, once again, politics, weather, and opportunity, cost of living. Those are all going to be the big things that people will call and make their decision based on those. We have a much lower cost of living than these places do, and their opportunity to buy a really nice brand new construction home here compared to what they can get in those areas is night and day. Basically, we have a plethora of options to choose from at low interest rates, master plan communities, get their kids in a much higher rated school system in a very safe area. So it's basically a no-brainer. A lot of these people transfer jobs or work from home as well, and they're just tired of the cold weather. That's always a big one as well. I went to college in Montana, in Bozeman specifically, and I get it. The cold weathers, the 6-9 months of winter get old really fast. Here in Dallas, we have maybe a month and a half, 2 months of winter, and winter is a light word to use. Probably get a couple cold weeks for the year. So we do have all 4 seasons here. It's a little bit of everything. It's not all dry and hot like people think throughout the entire year. We get all 4 seasons, and people move here and enjoy that. And that's another thing I'll bring up. I've actually had multiple clients reach out here recently that were looking to move to the Dallas area from these locations and bring up weather, spring storms and things like that. So if you watch the news, people freak out about absolutely everything because the news exaggerates just about everything. So I don't watch the news, but I had a client, she basically said that they weren't going to move here because of the weather. They've seen all the flooding and the tornadoes and all that stuff happening here. And I'm here right now. I've helped tons of people this year, last year, and the year before, and I don't know a single person who's been affected by the weather. We haven't gotten any flooding in the North Dallas suburbs ever in my lifetime that I know of. The deep parts of downtown Dallas, those areas will get some flooding every once in a while, very like quick flash flooding, but none of these neighborhoods are built in flood zones. So that is the last thing you need to worry about. I would say the biggest factor here is going to be wind and hail, and that's about it. And I've never made a claim for that, knock on wood, but it could happen. That's the biggest factor we have here. But as far as extreme weather is concerned, it's pretty nice here in the Dallas area over some of these other places. And that brings up our next very popular relocation spots, and that's going to be Arizona. So these are kind of similar markets as far as weather goes, but a lot of people are moving here. The last handful of people I've moved from Arizona to the Dallas area are kind of sick of just the plain hot, dry, same weather every single day, and they just see opportunity here in the Dallas area. Some of those people are retired, some of them are young families, and they just like the fit of what Dallas has to provide. They see where it's headed, and they're tired of that desert life. And then another one is going to be the Florida market. A lot of people are moving here from Florida, and I think that's part of the reason why a lot of people from Florida would move here is because they get that similar lifestyle as they did in Florida. The weather's a little bit more tame here. They don't have to worry about the hurricanes. The humidity and heat is a little less extreme than it is in parts of Florida. We don't have to have bubbles around the pools like we do in Florida. Florida's been a very popular spot. Similar politics, job markets, very similar, and just want a new way of life, a little bit new scenery. We also don't have state income tax here, just like Florida does, so they can keep that kind of same as far as taxes go. We're very favorable as far as veterans here in the Dallas area. If you're 100% disabled veteran, you have no property taxes. So I've had lots of people from Florida move here. According to Realtor.com, 25% of all home buyers have been out of state or out of country buyers here just in the Dallas area alone, or 32% of new listings has been new construction to keep up with that crazy high demand. We had that for many, many years. Luckily, that has slowed down. We're back to a more normal market right now, which is absolutely amazing. Some people are having some fear around that, but I absolutely love it because we can actually go look at homes, find exactly or very close to what you were looking for. You can take your time. You don't have to walk through a house and throw a crazy bid at it like we did for many years. Now you get to negotiate on prices, negotiate on incentives, costs, what they throw in there. And we can do whatever you want basically right now. And I don't know how long that's going to last, with Jerome Powell talking about continuing to low interest rates. So just so you know, the ball is in your court, and this has helped so much with variety of what people can choose. So where exactly are these Dallas residents as well as these out-of-state buyers actually purchasing homes and moving to? The majority of people are choosing the North Dallas locations, and I will start off with the most popular areas, and that's going to be Frisco, Prosper, and McKinney right in there with it. So these are going to be the main core right in the center of the North Dallas location, and I will say Frisco has kind of exploded over the years and become the new Dallas. It is everything you could possibly imagine as far as entertainment, either there or going to be there very soon. We've got the PGA headquarters, the Star in Frisco, the $1 Billion Mile, the Cowboys facilities, multiple Omni hotels. It's just got everything. We've got the new Universal Studios that's going in over there as well. The Fields Frisco, which is going to be one of the most extravagant, big, nice neighborhoods that we've ever seen, right around the PGA golf course where the 2027 PGA Championship is going to be held. So if you're looking for the mecca of real estate as far as long-term appreciation and play goes there, I think Frisco is going to be your best bet because it's just so hyped up. I will say it's a great area. It's very fun. There's a lot going for it. The student to teacher ratio has stayed very, very low because they keep continuing to build schools. One bad part about that is that Frisco sports programs have kind of gone down the tubes, whereas it used to be the #1 place to raise an athlete in Texas, where I think it's kind of fallen away from that and going more the academic route instead of the athletic route. So some people are going to love that, some people are going to hate that, where I like to have a little bit of a mix of both. But Frisco's just got a lot going for it, but it's also extremely expensive. I think the average price point in Frisco is sitting around the $700,000, and if you're looking for new construction there, you're going to be usually starting in the 600s and going up, to regardless of what size of home that you're actually looking for. So a lot of people that call and ask about Frisco and tell me their numbers or what they're looking for as far as price goes will end up moving to a location just outside of these areas. Now, Prosper, just north of Frisco, is another huge hotspot that's basically becoming the next Frisco. They have some of the nicest schools that you've ever seen in your entire life. Amazing sports programs, amazing football stadium that was just built not that long ago. Walnut Grove School is a beautiful one as well. So it just has a lot going for it. Extremely safe. Some of the nicest, best neighborhoods in all of the Dallas suburbs. Windsong Ranch, one of the most popular ones that you're going to hear of. It's directly off Highway 380 in the Dallas North Tollway. So just a great location that's basically going to be a smaller version of Frisco. And then the next most popular is going to be McKinney, Texas. McKinney, Texas is going to have their high-end luxury real estate as well as their more affordable real estate. They've got some of the most affordable real estate options out there in any North Dallas suburb, low threes with great rates, closing costs being paid for, whereas you can also go the Painted Tree route, Trinity Falls, Astor Park, some of these really nice high-end luxury style communities that are going to have beautiful homes, Perry, Highland, Toll Brothers, Grand Homes, those types of builders where you can get well over $1 million. So McKinney's going to have a little bit of everything. Their landscape, everything's going to be a little bit different. You've got the rolling hills on the west side of town with the PGA golf course, Craig Ranch, Stonebridge, the Die Course. Then you go north with a lot of new construction neighborhoods. You can go southeast in McKinney and you're going to have the beautiful downtown area with Tufts Brewery as well right down the street. So a lot going for it there with tons of community events. So McKinney's got a little bit of a mix of everything. And then right off 121, you have District 121 with a lot of entertainment and shopping, dining, restaurants going on. And on the north end, they're coming up with the brand new $200+ million amphitheater that's going to host like 70+ events a year. So it has a ton going for it, and it fits just about anybody's budget. And they've got some really good schools as well as these other places. So those are going to be the top 3 relocation spots that I help people with. And then if you're somebody who's looking on a budget, those of you who are in the 300 to 500 range, a lot of those people choose to move to the Melissa Anna Van Alstyne locations. Those are usually going to be in the 3s to 7s now, depending on where you're looking, but there are tons of new affordable options. And then on the west side of town, you've got Salina, Texas, which we've talked about a lot as one of the fastest growing areas. And right west of that is going to be Aubrey. And then one I forgot about is Preston, Texas, on the east side of town, basically attached to McKinney, Texas. And that's also going to be where McKinney's most affordable homes are going to be. And those of you who are looking in the North Dallas location, you want an affordable new construction home, these outskirt neighborhoods, you're going to get so much more for your money. Now there's some pros and cons to each area, and that's where you call me and I can break down these locations, these builders, your commute times, the schools, what you're going to like, what you're not going to like, the scenery, all that. Get into the nitty-gritty details that really is going to help you decide where you want to move. And I will say the one that has really been creeping up as one of the most popular places to relocate to is going to be the Rockwall, Texas area on the northeast side of Dallas. We've got tax rates sitting around 1.5%, whereas the majority of the other ones are sitting around 2.5%. So that saves you thousands of dollars a year on its own. Great schools, very, very safe places to live. You've got the lake life there, great downtown, entertainment, a lot going on in those areas as far as development goes. Just a great place to live. And they're going to have a more large lot options in and around the Rockwall area than they will in the North Dallas region. So you can get some larger lots in the North Dallas area, but Rockwall is going to have many more options at a much more affordable price point in those areas like Prosper and Frisco, but you still get that similar lifestyle in the Rockwall area. So that's one to keep in mind as far as another amazing place to live if you're looking in the North Dallas region. And it's been a very popular spot for people relocating relocating here as of late. And believe it or not, of all these places that I just talked about, the fastest growing of all is going to be Preston, Texas, and it's grown about 30% in just a year's time. So this place is growing so fast that they've actually delayed or stopped permits completely for building new construction in this area for at least the next 6 months. So if they've already passed permitting, you can still build a house in Preston, Texas, but they're not passing any more for the next 6 months. That's how fast this place is growing, and they're doing this so they can hopefully help catch up with infrastructure. And this place has a median price point around $325,000. So that's why it's been so popular, because it is right off of Highway 380, and there's more affordable new construction options in this area than just about anywhere that you're going to look in the North Dallas region. I will advise you that it's a good place to go check out before you move there, because Highway 380 is a stop and go highway. A lot of people don't like it, and it's getting very congested, and that's why they've stopped allowing so much building going on there, because the infrastructure is just not there to help. So the Dallas residents are also moving to the North Dallas suburbs and surrounding areas, and they all have different situations and reasons for why they want to do this. So we have quite a few people that have lived in the dense Dallas area for quite some time with heavy traffic, very populated areas that want to get away from all that. So they end up reaching out, and we end up finding them a place on some acreage, or maybe just a 1 acre lot style communities, so they can build a shop, have a little area to do their hobbies, pool in the back, and just a little bit of space for their neighbors. That's been a big popular thing for people to do that have moved from the Dallas inner cities. And then we've got those that have actually outgrown their older homes in these suburban areas, and so they want to get into a new construction house. And when they move from the densely populated Dallas areas, a lot of times they have tons of appreciation, and they can go purchase a home that's twice the size and brand new in these outskirts suburbs for half the price. So it's a win-win for them. They can get their kids in some better schools, save a lot of money on utilities, insurance costs, even mortgage payments, depending on when they purchased, because these new builders are offering such great incentives. So that's been a very popular thing as well. And then we have the retired folks that either want to be in one of these HOA neighborhoods that take care of your front yard, or maybe a Del Webb community, and they're just looking to retire. They want something that's turnkey, a condo, townhome, that kind of thing. So it's a little bit of differentiation from every single client here that's local, and they all have different reasons for where they want to be. But if they know the area, they know that North Dallas is the place to be if they're looking to have that long-term appreciation and enjoy where they live, and also be able to get to everything they want to get to as far as entertainment goes, because you can live out just about as far as you want here in the Dallas area. Everything is within 30-40 minutes or much closer, because they're constantly building north. This area is growing really fast. We have some of the fastest growing areas in the entire country. I believe like 7 out of the top 10 cities in the entire country are right here in the Dallas area, and it's not even close. If you're looking to move here now or sometime in the future, we have some of the best deals I have seen in quite some time. And even if you're just kind of deciding whether this is the right move or not, and you're not really sure, you can still reach out to me and kind of go over the details of what that kind of looks like. Because like I said, we've seen some amazing deals. We can get you what you want, when you want it, and hopefully make it a smooth process as possible. So if you're looking to move here now or sometime in the near future, or even a year down the road, don't be shy. Give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email, and I would love to help you and your family make a smooth move to Dallas. Hope to see you around town.